So most people think that willpower is about forcing yourself to act, pushing harder, trying more. But William James, the psychologist from the early 1900s, one of the founders of modern psychology, he saw it differently. And so did everybody in his time. He believed that real will isn't about strain. It's about attention. That was the popular understanding back then. What you hold in your mind shapes what you do. You know that. And if you can hold the right idea clearly and long enough, action follows. It makes complete sense. So in this video, we'll break down James' powerful insight on how to choose, act, and build lasting change. Not by force, but by focus. Attention is will. William James defines willpower not as brute force, raw effort, but as the effort of attention. When you can hold a difficult, again, it's not just how he's defining it. Everybody understood it to be that way back then. When you can hold a difficult or competing idea clearly and steadily in your mind, despite distractions or impulses, you're exercising true will. So if you want to achieve something, train your attention. Keep your mind focused on that goal, the image, or the ideal again and again. Repeated attention is the beginning of realization. James writes, the essential achievement of the will, when it is most voluntary, is to attend to a difficult object, the thought, the goal, the desire, whatever it is, and hold it fast before the mind. He says doing that is the fiat. It's not the car brand, not the car maker. They've appropriated everything. The fiat comes from Latin, and it means let it be done. So James used it to signify a voluntary mental affirmation, a willed yes. So you will something, you hold it in your mind, give it attention, and then you commit to it. You decide, yes, you make a decision for it and let it be done. That's what he means by fiat. I may be referring to that word later on. You'll get it. In other words, the will isn't some mystical force or brute internal command. It's the act of holding one idea in place, especially when others try to push it out. Other ideas like, I'm tired, I'm lazy, I don't want to do that. It's too complicated. What are they going to say, right? So that you understand. This effort of attention is the defining feature of volition. This is another word. I'm not going to introduce too many words to you here, okay? Just volition is just attention plus effort, okay? Volition. Look it up. It's a great word. It sounds great. So effort of attention is thus the essential phenomenon of will. The will, my will. Effort of attention. Making an effort to keep your attention on an idea, on a desire, on something you want, on a dream. That's your will. So the takeaway from this, to will something into existence, you must keep it in your mind, even when it's difficult, boring, or inconvenient. Keep watching this video, right? Exercise your will. Attention is action's forerunner. Okay, we're going to get to action, taking action, which is not part of willing, but it leads to action. What dominates your attention shapes your behavior and ultimately your reality. That makes total sense. But what we're not doing in real life is we don't maintain attention. We don't keep the things we really desire, the things we really want. We don't keep them in our attention. We're just constantly distracted, and then we're constantly bombarded, just outside of our minds, but also inside of our minds with these competing ideas of why it can't be done. What else would you rather do? What's the easy way out? How would you feel, right? So things like that. So it's the battle of ideas in the mind. James points out that in the grip of passion, wisdom doesn't fail because it's invalid, but because it cannot gain a foothold. The difficulty is mental. It is that of getting the idea of the wise action to stay in our mind at all. So if others, meaning ideas, by chance offer themselves, they are instantly smothered and crowded out. And the practical advice here is, if you want to stay the course, you must make room in your mind for ideas that contradict your impulses. The impulse to do something you know is not good for you, or that's not going to help you get where you need to go, or you know you need to do something, or you want to do something, but you're allowing all these impulses. So you have to make room in your mind for ideas that contradict your impulses. Hold them long enough for their effect to unfold. These are the things you're striving for, okay? Consent is mental occupancy. To keep affirming and adopting a thought, which if left to itself would slip away, that's him talking. This is effort's sole achievement. I'll repeat that. To keep affirming and adopting a thought, which if left to itself would slip away, this is effort's sole achievement. Holding the idea in mind is the consent. Again, we come back to the word fiat, the fiat that makes action possible. You don't have to fight the world, you have to win the war for your attention. That is just remarkable. What you attend to, you become. If any thought does fill the mind exclusively, such filling is consent. Right. So if you think about one thing exclusively, you're consenting to it. Makes total sense. So the practical application here is it's how to will your goals into your reality. You know, willpower has nothing to do with goals. I said that yesterday. But you can will your goals into reality. And here's how to apply it to real life goals or habits. Number one, form a clear idea. Have a definite, concrete mental image of what you want. Make it specific. This is like imagination, active imagination. You got Neville Goddard talking about imagination. You got Carl Jung talking about active imagination. So have a definite, concrete mental image of what you want. Make it specific. So form a clear idea. Second, attend to it often. Bring it back into awareness regularly, especially when opposing ideas, comfort, fear, laziness show up. Number three, hold it in place. Let the idea fill the mind. If it starts slipping, consciously return your attention to it. And resist the mental drift. That's 4. Resist the mental drift. Distractions will try to crowd it out. Constantly distracted. Resist that. So fight to keep your chosen idea alive in your mind. And the 5th one is repeat until action follows. So whether it's going to the gym, resisting an urge, or pursuing a creative idea, your will is exercised by repeated action. Behavior becomes the natural outcome. It definitely does. I want to summarize part 1 real quick, okay? Really quickly. Willpower is not about force. It's about attention. What you focus on, you consent to. The mind will follow whatever thought you let dominate. To change your life, train your attention. Keep your highest idea steady and alive. And the act of willing is simply this, to keep a thought in place long enough for it to become real.